Hey, Mark here. So I've been thinking about this and lately, and what I've been thinking about is the fact that you in life and lifting, sports, work, this channel, you don't start heavy, you earn it. I think about weightlifting. I've been weightlifting for I can almost say over 2 decades now. Um, but it's like when you get into the gym, you're not going to go and just throw a bunch of weight on there and just try to lift as much as you want. You really want to make sure you got the form down, make sure you're understanding the mechanics and, what you're trying to like what you're working on, right? You really got to get all those stabilizer muscles going, build the habits, basically get down the foundation, the basics before moving on to bigger weights, right? Same thing with sports, like you're not going to go up there and try to do 360 windmill dunk right when you just get first time playing basketball, even though I can't even do that. And I've been playing basketball almost my whole life. Um, it's just not in the genetics for me, or just not in the cards for me, right? But also, you're not going to learn the full playbook. You're not going to, things take time. You got to start with small things, dribbling in place, then walking and dribbling, then running and dribbling. So it takes time to build those fundamental skills before you can move on to like the really more difficult things, right? And same thing for work. This happened to me recent. Well, not recently. In my current position, I in previous roles, I was the one that was kind of um, finding out process of mapping out processes and procedures, and then trying my best to automate them um, using what we had. But I went to a different group. Um, and it took me a long time to really understand. I was there at first. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna automate everything. Everything's gonna work." But then I realized that it's gonna take me a long time because I work for a large corporation, large international corporation, and there's just so many moving parts where I realized that everything that I do, it touches so much stuff that I really need to learn everything first, really understand everything. I still don't understand everything. A lot of it is outside of like what my scope, but it touches it, and I need to know how it could influence that before I can automate it. Because if you start automating it right away, it might not be that might not be the best place to automate, right? It could be better down the line, and you don't really know where the bottlenecks or where everything is kind of where actually it would make the most sense. Basically, what I'm trying to and what basically what I'm trying to say is that this is the same way this channel is set up, right? I'm doing very simple um, things. I'm literally doing slideshows or a slide deck with me talking about it because I need to get the reps in. I need to start with the fundamentals. I'm doing just the bar. I'm learning the processes and the procedures. I'm looking through the SOPs. This is me in real time working through everything, right? So right now it's all going to be very simple, and hopefully later down the line it'll get much more, not complex, but a little bit more appealing, as visually appealing. But honestly, right now for me, it's trying to figure out a rhythm, trying to figure out the type of content I want to make, trying to do that before I get into the full action sports, bunch of edits, all of that stuff. So I'm not trying to avoid that the editing and all of that. I'm just trying to build towards it. So I guess the big takeaway is, hey, you know what? We need to start light. Well, I need to start light, which I'm doing. Um, Learn from everything and kind of learn the type of direction I want to go so I can earn that heavy lifting as far as making videos. So I hope this helped. And if you're going through something similar, the gym, at work, um, new hobby, new sport, uh, something similar to that. Good luck and keep showing up.